much for being here. If you are catching this after the live, take a look at the description box below. There is where you will find the timestamps. All right. For those of you guys that are here joining me live, thank you so much for doing so. Thank you for taking time out of your day. We're going to get started at 5 minutes in. We're going to be going from Aries to Pisces, but what we're going to actually be looking at is how do they feel about you? So the things that you might need to know coming in here is the person that's on your mind. It doesn't matter if it's platonic or not. Their sun sign, their moon sign, their rising sign, or their Venus sign. Bonus points if you've got their entire chart. But I'm going to be taking a look at their perspective. All right. So you're going to need to know something about their astrology. If you're kind of iffy about the astrology, take a look at the description box right now. I broke down the zodiac signs and I broke down the months and the dates that apply to each zodiac sign. That's just if you might be confused. But hold on, guys, bear with me. I got to assign somebody as the moderator. Let's wait until Wendy, are you here? Wendy. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Red Birdie. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining me as per the norm. Thank you, thank you, thank you for spending your time with me. We're gonna get started at like 5 minutes in. I do have a volunteer moderator today, so I'm just waiting until she joins. Wendy's here. Here. All right, let's do this. All right, Wendy. I don't know, do you see some magic on your side? Does your screen turn to gold? Everything glitters? Do you have the power now? Hello, Roxana. Thank you so much for joining me. Did it come up with some sort of pop-up? What did you see, Wendy? What did you see? She's probably reading an entire 3-page letter that she's got to now hit like and subscribe to. I do get some crazies in here, but for those of you guys who are genuinely here because you appreciate oh, you came up blue on my end though. Everybody can see you. You're all highlighted and everything. Everybody knows now you are the moderator. I do get some crazy folks. I call them poo-brained people. Poop-brained people. But you never really know what people are going through. You never really know what people are going through. And then it gives me some time to exercise my right and my willingness to stand up for myself when people are picking on me. So that's cool. And then now I've got Wendy in here to help me kick people out that are being disrespectful to the craft and to the divination. So I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Wendy. Look, we jumped up. Thank you guys for coming in here. We're going to be taking a look at the tarot in just a little bit. I'm waiting for folks to trickle in. I'll talk a little bit more about what we're going to be looking at today. Thank you so much for joining me. And look, I came prepared. I already got the cards out. I came prepared today. How's everybody doing out there? The Queen Phoenix, hello, hi, welcome. How are you guys doing? How's your day going so far? Just saying hi. Well, hello. You come and go as you please. I know everybody's got other things going on, and this is hitting in the middle of the day. So you do you, boo. I love you regardless. Thank you for joining me. How's everybody doing today? Y'all good? Slow and quiet. Praise God. Sounds like peace to me. Sounds like peace to me. All right, guys. We're going to be started here in a little bit. Happy Friday. Yes. Happy Friday, y'all. Hey, happy Friday. All right, guys, we're going to be getting started. So this is the thing. I need you to come to the table ready to receive the message with an open heart and an open mind. You need to know the person on your mind. It could be several people that you're checking in on. These could be family, friends, lovers, soon to be lovers, whatever it is. But you do need to know their sun sign. If you reach their sun sign and it doesn't really resonate like it's your story, there's two things that are possible. Number one, it's not your story. And then number two, it could be your story in the future. You just don't know it yet, because I be psychic a little bit, y'all. That's why I say it would be like extra bonus points if you do know the person's sun, moon, rising, Venus. Because then if you've got like an entire chart on these people, if you are heavily invested, like if it's your kid or if it's, somebody else you'd be heavily invested in, then it could give you a more well-rounded message. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for bringing me here in front of this absolutely wonderful collection of people. Allow me to deliver a clear and concise and protected message under your guise of love and direction. Should there be anything negative that comes up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. Thank you so much to Wendy, darling, that's coming in today as my first official moderator. She's been given rules and guidelines. She knows exactly what it is that I want and need, and I am forever grateful to you, Wendy. If you are somebody who tends to come to the lives and you want to maybe get, try moderation, then send me an email. All right. Hey, Tammy, send me an email. All right. We're going to start right off the rip. We're going to start with those who are involved with, in some way, shape, or form, an Aries. Okay. We're going to go from Aries to Pisces. So those who are coming here with an Aries on your mind, how does that Aries feel about the collective? Spirit, in the energy of Aries, how does this Aries feel about the collective for everybody's greatest and highest good? Being completely honest with themselves and me, no walls up. How does the Aries feel about the collective? Sneaky. Oh, shit. Well, here's the thing. Aries in this year, specifically, bonus points for if you can tell me why I say in this year specifically, Aries feels as if you, collective, have been sneaking around their energy. Meaning, and I know I just said, you just said the word on the card. I get that. But it's more than that. Like, it's more in depth than that. Coming in and out of telepathic communication with the person, coming in and out of their lives. So this person feels, collective, this Aries person feels like they can't escape you. It's this real hidden truth to them. Somebody just said 100%. Thank you so much for sending that sticker. It's this real sort of hidden, I use the word visceral a lot lately, or at least I have been. It's just sort of this yearning, this need, this fiending. They yearn, they need, they fiend. Oh, baby, oh, baby. And there's this idea of them plotting yet again another way to come in. The words that are being used on this card, other than sneaky, is fake profile, hiding themselves, plotting, and social media. So how does this Aries feel about the collective? Those that are dealing with the, it's like the Aries can't shed you. If I go straight into this image that I'm getting with this snake. How does the Aries feel about the collective, please? Give me some more on this sneaky. It's like the Aries can't shake you, and then they also see you. They also see you and they feel you. Two people are dancing and they can't shake each other. Two people are dancing and they can't shake each other. The King of Cups in the reverse, and somebody refuses to acknowledge their feelings. The King of Cups in the reverse, the Six of Cups in the reverse, the Five of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Swords in the upright. There's this idea that the Aries is like, I see you or I feel you and we're dancing together. And it's all because there's this heartache, these grotesque experiences. I feel like I'm diving a little deep in the negativity of it. For some of you guys, because I used the word visceral earlier, it is very negative. And then for others of you guys, it's just a lot of hit and misses. But I think it's more the visceral thing than anything. There's just been so much bad blood, so many negative things that have happened. And it's still like a yearning, but then at the same time, there's you collective in this connection showing up as the King of Cups in the reverse that is refusing to acknowledge the feelings of it. Whatever the feelings are. The feelings. It's the feelings that don't want to come to the surface. The Six of Cups is telling me that the Aries is stuck in the past. In the reverse. It's telling me the Aries is stuck in the past. At the end of it, though, all of this, even brushed aside, I'm actually getting the smoke out of the way. Like this, look, I've got incense burning over here on the side. So there's a lot of smoke in front of me, between me and you, collective, right? And that means something as I'm trying to get this smoke out of the way. So to clear the smoke, Aries is presenting this Five of Swords in the reverse. Like, let's just fucking get out of the conflict mode. You're looking for me in the 3D and the 5D, and I'm looking for you in the 3D and the 5D. Somebody's not acknowledging their emotions. If not, both people are not acknowledging their emotions, good or bad, whatever they are. Let's just fucking leave that in the past. It's hard to even get past the past because we haven't been able to leave the past in the past. What is Aries ultimately wanting with their person? What is Aries ultimately wanting with their person? The Two of Pentacles in the reverse. They don't want because like the Two of Pentacles in the upright is having to balance different energies, right? Multitasking, right? They don't want to multitask. They don't want to have to, the Aries doesn't want to have to try to balance this gross feeling with the past and what they want to have happen in their future or their present life. They don't want to keep having to be pulled back and forth between those two. What they want is actual balance. They just want to, with this Five of Swords in the reverse, they want to end the conflict. What is the biggest lesson that Aries is having to sort through right now energetically? Like, what does Spirit have assigned for Aries? Just so that you guys, if you're connected to an Aries, you can get a little bit more of an understanding as to where they're coming from, why they've presented the way that they have presented. What is it that Aries is currently trying to work on or work through the assignment that Spirit has given to them? The Emperor. What the actual does that say the Emperor? It sure does. I just thought I was kidding for a second. Yeah, so in the comments it says no friendship or relationship can be without honesty. Yeah. But so that's very true, and that's exactly what Aries is yearning for, and it's just so hard for the Aries because it's like stuck in them. Aries has this thing where they just want to get it out. Aries has this thing that they don't want to stay It's kind of manic sometimes, depending on the deacon Aries that they are. They don't want to stay down. They don't want to stay angry. They don't want to stay frustrated. They want to clear the smoke, clear the air, get over it. Because a lot of the Aries have already gotten over it, but they can feel that you collective haven't gotten over it. They can feel it somehow or another with this sneaky. They just see it on you somehow or another. This Aries can see it on you, if they can't actually see it on you, they can feel it on you. The Aries could be very highly intuitive. And or considering that this Emperor card is coming up here, Spirit has had them in an assignment of learning who in the fuck they are. And in that introspection that they've had, and in that self-awareness that they're having to learn to have, they're learning about how their energy works and who is attached to their energy, who's already released themselves and who hasn't, and so on and so forth. So right now, the Aries is learning how to be who they were truly meant to be this entire time. That's the lesson that Aries is in right now. So the reason why they are showing up for you, collective, in this sort of heavy energy. Maybe they're not leaving you alone. Maybe you're getting text messages and emails from the Aries like, hey, we need to talk. And the reason is because, first of all, they wouldn't be reaching out to you if they were about some bullshit. Not if the lesson that they're trying to learn right now is how to be their true, authentic self. That's number one. But the thing is that with this Emperor here, the Aries has learned or is learning to put into practice networking. And in order for them to call in a community around them that is solid, that is stable, that is balanced, that is without conflict, they need to be able to squash whatever beef is existing. You two would not be in connection if y'all weren't orbiting around the exact same energetic field. If you two were not vibrating on the same energetic, like, do you feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like I ran out of words at the end of that sentence. Either way, Aries wants to have a conversation, and the reason why they're always seemingly, in and out of your energy, collective, is because they just want to squash the beef. Just squash it. And that doesn't mean that they want to get back with you necessarily. Some of them might. And that might not be the objective of Spirit trying to teach the Aries to be their authentic self. There could be a need for closure. There could be a need for them to speak their truth and to, as an Emperor in the upright, learn how to hear hard truths maybe from you. They want to converse. There was a lot of blue on that card. All right. For those people who are connected to a Taurus. For those people who are connected to a Taurus. Taurus energy, please, Spirit. For those in the collective. Hey, Sweet Pea. It's okay if you're late. I just, we're doing, how do they feel about you for those people who are connected to a Taurus? How does a Taurus feel about the collective? Remember, this doesn't have to be romantic, guys. Take it as it resonates. How does a Taurus feel about the collective if they were being completely honest with themselves? And me, no walls were up. For everybody's greatest and highest good. This one? Ravenous. Unstable, uncontrollable desires, must have. You're welcome. Hunger for pleasure. Oh, shit. Somebody's got a Taurus who is... This is closeted hunger. What do you mean by that, Shawnee? It's a secret. Because all I'm seeing right now in my mind, I'm picturing a closet. And I guess the Taurus's energy is kind of like off to the side. Hey, Rose. There's a Taurus who Hold on, I'm getting like a couple of downloads. Because for whatever reason, I'm hearing Johnny Depp in my mind from Alice in Wonderland. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Why is a raven like a writing desk? Why am I getting... Hold on. There's something about Alice in Wonderland. Maybe that's a confirmation for some of you guys with this particular energy, but I think it's more than that. Let's see. I feel like there's something big with that. Why is a raven like a writing desk? But let me see a little bit more. Insatiable. Wow. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the upright, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups in the reverse. And then I got a wild card at the bottom, at the wild card at the bottom of the deck. It's just the authenticity card from the deck, but I'm going to take it. And I'm going to I'm literally going to take this as the truth is that Taurus feels like they've made several mistakes with you, collective, several mistakes. And that's why with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and that's why with the Four of Pentacles in the upright, you're kind of like cautious around the Taurus. Not walk on eggshells. No, I do feel like you've got authority, and they give you the respect of the authority, whatever that means for the relationship. So you're not walking on eggshells, but you're just really cautious with how much you invest, how much you say, whether you do say something, whether you invite them over, whether, you're just really cautious about letting the Taurus close or engaging with the Taurus. And the reason is, with this Two of Cups in the reverse, like literally says Two of Cups in the reverse, it says disharmony, divorce, breakup, disagreement. So this could be your ex. This could be a friend that's dealing with a divorce, and so you as the collective are giving the Taurus like space to deal with the stuff. They've got a lot. It feels like they've got a lot going on. And maybe that's where the Four of Pentacles is coming from. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to bother the Taurus. I do need to get another card on this. So let me get a different card from underneath the deck. The Five of Pentacles. Taurus is going through a lot of shit. Five of Pentacles in the upright. Taurus is going through a lot of shit. So I do feel like now is a good time, if you haven't already, to continue, or I'm sorry, if you haven't already, to give Taurus the space that they need. I do want to find out more about this Ravenous. Why is this Ravenous coming up towards the collective? How does Taurus truly feel about the collective? Being completely honest. The Nine of Cups in the upright. Ooh, sucky now. Taurus actually does really like being around you, like you, have a crush on you. I'm trying to make it fit, whatever scenario. Like, I don't want Taurus to be your brother that you haven't talked to in a while, and then you're like, what? Okay, Nine of Cups, for whatever situation it is, Taurus just really feels at home and at peace and happy. Whenever they see you, whenever they're around you, whenever they hear your voice, whenever your phone number comes up on their phone, there's just like, oh, whew, I feel a little bit better. What is Taurus currently? I mean, I see in the cards here that Taurus is going through a lot of stuff right now, but what's the biggest lesson that Spirit, the universe, God is trying to teach Taurus right now, or show Taurus about themselves? That was too many cards, guys. What's the biggest thing happening for Taurus right now in their energy? Queen of Fire. They're having to learn how to be confident. There's this idea of a Taurus who's been picked at and prodded at. That could be one of the references, and here goes my head itching when I'm saying that. Could be, I don't know yet what Spirit was trying to tell me about why is a raven like a writing desk. Maybe that's just, like I said, an Alice in Wonderland or Johnny Depp or something, thing, whatever. like confirmation for somebody. But I'm getting this idea of like these dark energies picking at the physical, or excuse me, the energetic body of Taurus over years. Like it's been a slow death. Guys, don't like, it's like figurative. Slowly they have been eaten at by people who were taking advantage of them. And so right now they're trying to learn how to gracefully and intellectually find confidence within themselves. All right. So that's how the Taurus feels about you. I want to know what actions this Taurus might potentially take. I know I didn't ask it with the Aries, so sometimes Spirit calls me to ask more questions, so forgive. Is there, I don't know why I put this dang authentication card right back into the deck. Is there any action that the Taurus is planning on taking towards the collective? Does Taurus plan on taking any action towards the collective, please, Spirit? The Ten of Swords and the upright. Oh, wow. Damn, Taurus. Mm. Don't expect much. Like I said before, don't expect much. Taurus is going through a lot. Don't expect much. Really. But the God's honest truth, down underneath all of the layers of humanhood, they do have this comfortable feeling around you. So take that for what it is. Listen, Taurus is going through a lot of shit right now. So give them their space. Continue to be in that Four of Pentacles. Protect your space as well, right? Because if somebody's going through a lot of shit, you can be around them and help them. But if you're busy elevating your life, then don't give so much of yourself that you now start to crack your foundation. All right, let's talk about those dealing with a Gemini. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Wendy, I've seen that you've been down there shutting people out. I didn't see what they said, but thank you for helping me stay connected to the message. That's my baby's dad. Oh, I'm sorry. You're very welcome, though. All right, those of you guys that are connected to a Gemini. Those connected to a Gemini, how does a Gemini feel about the collective? Remember, guys, this doesn't have to be romantic. This can be platonic. This could be your coworker, your best friend, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your mom, your dad, your other mom, your other dad, your mom, and your dad. Self-love, acceptance. I think Gemini is really trying to focus on themselves. Oh, you put people on timeout? That's cool. Gemini is really trying to I'm like, this is the first time I'm noticing, like, she's got tears on her eyes and they kind of look a little like blood. And I do feel like that's really heavily symbolic, especially since one of my absolute favorite energies and people of history is Jesus Christ himself. So I do get this sort of, what is it called? Is it like stigmata-esque? Like, oh God, I feel like that went a little dark. What am I trying to say? What are you trying to say, Shawnee? That Gemini is currently going through a huge transformation in who they are inside. And the things that they have done, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I feel like that was more for you, collective, dealing with the Gemini. And you do whatever you want to do with this information. You're an adult and I'm an adult. But the download that I just got was forgive them. They know not what they do. But they are being shown a history, their history, the history that they have lived. They're being asked, was your intention to love this person? Was your intention to hurt this person? Was your intention pure and true? Or did it have some sort of ego tied to it? That's what they're being asked from Spirit right now. I did just see, was it the Four of Pentacles? So something about like a house, I'm not Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands, something about a house or home. You know, this could be somebody that you lived with. This could be, hell, this could be an old roommate. I don't know. Depends on the person. Gemini, how does Gemini feel about the collective, please? Nine of Swords in the upright. They feel sad. The the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This, you guys, remember I went into this whole long, interesting thing about, you know, who this could be. I said, it doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a family member, an auntie, an uncle, a cousin, your mom, your dad, your mom, your dad. And I think the reason why I said that is because for a lot of you, this Gemini is a family member, is not necessarily a lover. And if it is, it's like an ex-spouse. With this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that's telling me for like a large amount of you that the Gemini has a different relationship than just romantic love or romantic love. But this person has like this insomniac sort of thing happening. Very vivid dreams. But when they sleep, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the King of Cups in the reverse. Oh God. I don't know if they're going to tell you this, but they have, or very soon will have this realization that they screwed the pooch, if you will. I don't think they're going to tell you this, actually, with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. That's laziness and disappointment. It's also impatient. Like, to be honest with you, what I'm getting off of the cards, Gemini sees that they might have done something wrong, but they're not going to come forward. If anything, they just want you to be able to sweep it under the rug, water under a bridge, ignore it with the King of Cups in the reverse. Generally, in other situations, and if you're a Gemini and you're watching this and it needs to be flipped, then flip it. Okay, guys, flip it with whomever it is that this situation resonates with you for. And I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to come towards you, Gemini. I love all 12 zodiac signs. I just need to say with all honesty what I see in the cards. With the King of Cups in the reverse, there was an anxious attachment between you and your person, Gemini or crosswatcher, and meaning that it started out unstable from the beginning. It could have been very much rushed or out of nowhere, and they navigated the situation. Gemini navigated the situation with you like they had done other situations in the past, and even though the other situations in the past didn't work out, essentially what's happening is they're realizing their patterns. With the King of Cups in the reverse is that they're just not, they don't do well sometimes with other people's needs. Oh my God. Sorry. That's what I got. Gemini doesn't do well sometimes with other people's needs, and they're slowly acknowledging that. Spirit is giving them time to sit with that. What is the biggest lesson? And I feel like that's the biggest lesson, but what is the biggest lesson that Gemini is meant to be going through right now in their life that was assigned to them from the universe, from God, from Spirit, for their greatest and highest good? What is the biggest lesson they're going through right now in their life? The Three of Cups. The biggest thing that they've, first of all, they have to learn how to have fun a little bit more. Hi from Brazil, or hi Brazil. They're learning to chill. They're learning to not be like as high strung. They're learning to. I'm hearing like a Gemini that's out there that's just yapping and talking to other people. Just, yeah, like talking people's ears off. From this person to that person. So they could be in an energy of meeting like a lot of new people or networking or something like that. And it, what it is that Spirit is there in this particular chapter with the Gemini, they're learning how to present themselves in a different light with this Three of Cups and not take things too seriously. It's interesting though, because they're also, their energy right now is also like they're struggling with it. They're fighting against it a little bit. It's a facade. It's the fact that they're a Gemini and they've got two different personalities wrapped up into one. And I don't think they're friends with either part of themselves. So, man, I hope that helped give you some clarity a little bit on how Gemini is feeling. They do feel the loss of your energy. And I think you were, for those that resonate with this, you were a conduit for this person to eventually find some sort of change. That doesn't mean that they're going to change their ways. It just means that Spirit used you almost as a portal. Everybody's a portal. Spirit wanted to use you as a portal to show, to turn a mirror on Gemini so that they can see their patterns and how they treat people sometimes. All right. I feel like somebody's going to be like, she hates Gemini. I don't hate Gemini. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate. That is not in me. All right, let's move on. Cancer. Cancer. Let me change Cancer's time. 37:07. Cancer. All right, for those dealing with the Cancer, we're tapping into Cancer's energy. Tapping into Cancer's energy. Remember, guys, this is it doesn't matter the relationship that you have with this person. I'm tapping into their energy and I'm trying to find out how they feel about you. Did any of that resonate with your Gemini friends, Nikki? All right, Cancer. How does Cancer feel about the collective? If they are being completely honest with themselves, blocked? Blocked? Did you see how I was having a hard time shuffling the cards? Blocked? Let me in! Do they feel blocked? If Cancer was being completely honest with themselves and me and had no walls up, how do they feel about the collective for their greatest and highest good? Justice. Blocked? Divorced? Did you guys cut off a Cancer? Justice. Either the collective cut off a Cancer, or you and the Cancer are just not seeing eye to eye and potentially going through a separation right now. And it could even be a legal separation, or with the Justice card, or by not talking to or engaging with the Cancer, you collective have brought about justice to your own energy because you're no longer engaging in that relationship. And that right there is bringing balance, because in order for this Justice card to show up for me, there was something that had previously been out of balance between you and the Cancer, no matter who initiated it. Cancer, how does a Cancer feel about the collective? Please, Spirit, more on this Justice card. They keep saying, let me in. That's all I keep hearing. I don't know. Is that from a movie? Four of Wands in the reverse. Canceled plans. Canceled party. No, we're not doing this anymore. Is this making sense? No, two of cups in the reverse. No, we're not doing this anymore. Why? Because it's out of balance. Five of Pentacles. Fuck that shit. You stay over there. Ghosting somebody, leaving somebody out in the cold. The King of Cups, leaving the Cancer out in the cold. You know what the Cancer is saying? I will survive. Oh, as much as I love the collective, I know I'll stay alive. You know they cry. You know they cry. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, as long as I love the collective. Oh, they care for you. Let them in. Let them in. I just want to be your friend. Can we just at least be friends? That's how the Cancer is saying. My baby daddy is a Cancer, and that is my energy with him. But he wants to be your friend, though. Can't you just at least let him in? I don't know why I'm immediately on your side. Because there's 2, 3 sides, 15 sides to every story. I don't know why I'm immediately on your side. But the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Two of Cups in the reverse, and then the Five of Pentacles in the upright. You know, this King of Cups at the bottom of the deck could also be like the Cancer's like, oh, you don't want to know what I was about to say. So for some of you guys, the Cancer could be like, have a Rolodex. I'm 43, guys. A Rolodex of different options and opportunities. Well, that didn't work. It's like a cold call, right? So you were a lead. Guys, take it as it resonates, because this could be a work situation too, right? You were a lead. Potentially somebody they could get a new contract with. Potentially somebody that they could collaborate with. Potentially somebody they could make money with. And it didn't happen for whatever reason. So they're like, all right, well, moving on to the next potential lead. What is the biggest, because it didn't come in the reverse. And I don't know if that's the ego of Cancer or if it's just Cancer's, I don't know. It didn't come in the reverse. This could be somebody that you cut off and you still have love for them. But it just, it wasn't giving. It was out of balance. What is the biggest lesson that... Okay, thank you. 10 of Swords. All right. So this is a lesson that I'm getting with this 10 of Swords for Cancer. Hey. It says, hey, girly. Hey. Cancer right now is having to learn. You can't just do people any kind of way. You can't have your cake and eat it too. 10 of Swords. That's the biggest lesson that Cancer is going through right now. Does Cancer have any plans of coming towards the collective? I don't know. I feel like they're blocked. I really do. But does Cancer have any plans of coming towards the collective? Oh, man. Be careful. They might be coming up with creative ways to contact you for those that have the Cancer blocked. It might take them a while, but if this person is proficient and efficient, eventually they might figure out a way back. It could be energetically they elevate themselves because they weren't in the reverse. It could be energetically they elevate themselves. They fix some stuff about themselves. A year from now, they come back and they're like, hey, I'm Cancer, but I'm new and improved. I'm Cancer 2.0. Let me in. or you eventually unblock them, or some new social media thing comes up and you haven't thought to even block them, and they're like, hey, collective, good to see you. I do feel like eventually the Cancer is going to represent themselves, just so that you know. All right, moving on, Leo. All right, Leo, for those connected to a Leo, for everybody's greatest and highest good. Leo, how does a Leo feel about the collective if they're being completely honest with themselves and me, and there were no walls up? Getaway. Begin a new adventure. Leo, this is just out of curiosity, I wonder if this Leo has heavy or predominant Sagittarius in their chart. And then I hear Lenny Kravitz. I wanna get away. I wanna fly away. Yeah, yeah. What does this mean, Spirit? Begin a new adventure. King of Wands. What the? Did you see it fly? I said Sagittarius, didn't I? But then also, too, it's a Leo, right? So, the King of Wands. This Leo's like looking at you, collective, like they want to do something. Yep, Two of Wands. Yep, this could be like a new relationship, a new connection, or somebody that you live a distance at, and that's probably why they want to fly away and come and visit you. But they're like, ugh, I don't know with the Strength card in the reverse. I don't know. Like they want to advance towards you, but then they're second guessing themselves. I'm going to ask them why they're second guessing themselves. At the bottom of the deck, the Magician in the reverse. They just don't realize who in the hell they are. That's what sucks about it. They don't realize who they are. Like they haven't found stability within their own true authenticity. Like they're second guessing themselves with this Magician in the reverse and the Strength in the reverse. Why are they second guessing themselves, Spirit? Insecurity? 10 of Cups. Because because they want full commitment with you, collective. But it's like, are they going to be open to it? Are they going to want the same things I want? And then I just got that for like maybe just like this many of you, that the Leo wants, and I keep being told to use Leo loosely. So it's just got to be Leo somewhere in their chart or something. The Leo wants kids, or to be able to have a family with you or something like that for some of you guys. And it's like, is age an issue? Is he or she even gonna want kids? Like they want the whole kit and caboodle. Leo likes you, boo. But they're just second guessing whether you feel the same way. And it's crazy because with this King of Wands and then the fact that they're, a Leo, like they're even in their own head, like, why am I even second guessing myself? This don't make any sense. Why am I second guessing myself? I look good. Why would I second guess myself? There's something that you do, collective, that is making this Leo, like for them, even themselves are like, this is super uncharacteristic. I must actually really be hot and bothered about the collective in order for me to, because I don't never second guess myself. And here I go. Just out of curiosity, just in case we do have some Leos in the house that this resonates with, how would the collective, for everybody's greatest and highest good, how would the collective most likely receive the Leo's advancement or whatever, acknowledgement that they're single, whatever it is? The Five of Swords and the upright. It just means they'll be conflicted. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. They'll be conflicted and confused, but soon after, with a good conversation, they'll release themselves from feeling conflicted about you coming forward. Yeah, I do feel like those people that just saw those two cards came out, and you're like the Leo, and you're like trying to figure out this other person's reaction. The biggest takeaway I get from that is like, why? The High Priestess in the reverse. The biggest thing is that I feel like this other person, Leo, for those that are Leo that are watching this, I feel like the collective or this other person that's watching this about you potentially, they, the High Priestess in the reverse, they're weak in the knees around you. And if you came around, that's where the conflicted would come from. If you came around, they'd be like, no. Keep yourself together. Keep all the stuff that we've learned about ourselves. Keep yourself together. It's like they wouldn't want to show you all their cards all at once. And then there's also a little bit of disappointment that you took so long to come forward. What's the biggest thing that Leo is meaning to go through energetically? What lessons does the universe and God have already set forward for Leo to be paying attention to and learning right now? Balance. Guys, what did I say about Sagittarius? I said, does the Leo have Sagittarius in there? And this is the Temperance card here. Oh my God, what is going on? And this is the Temperance card right here. They're having to, Leo right now, you're needing to learn how to moderate yourself and cooperate with yourself, and learn how to cooperate with others, learning how to be a cohesive, balanced energy. Also too, there's this one little tidbit in here that spirits had you in a holding pattern, or had the Leo in a holding pattern until they were ready. And it says on here, waiting for the perfect timing. So for those of you guys who are connected to a Leo and you've been like, because I said it in here, like, what took you so long, before I pulled out that. And then at the bottom of that card, it says waiting for perfect timing. Spirits kept this Leo away from you. If those of you guys are in separation or haven't been talking for a while or something like that, because the Leo needed to learn how to, because Sagittarius kept coming up. I want to say, like, watch their mouth, how they talk to you, how they, like, not be so triggered by you. And you probably need to learn some shit too, let's be honest. But essentially, Spirit has caused the separation, or has kept this person away from you for several reasons, including that they needed to learn balance in their life. All right. Let's move on to Virgo. I think my future person is a Leo or a Sagittarius. This resonates. Cool. Can I ask you a question? No. How are you slaying so good, girly? Love your hair. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yep, I've been ready. Leo Sag needs to get it together. Okay. Okay, let's not throw stones in a glass house, you know. They probably do need to get their shit together, but you know, like, what we gotta get together. What do we need to get together? You know, do we need to clean our countertops? do we need to throw out some old clothes? Do we need to eat healthier? Do we need to speak nicer to ourselves? I mean, I fully agree, but then also too, like, I can admit. Okay, there we go. All right, Virgo. This is the reason why I didn't write down Virgo's timestamp yet. All right, Virgo. For Virgo's greatest and highest good, how do they feel about the collective if they were being completely honest with themselves and me? No walls up, please. Thank you. Justice. I'll tell you what, the end of 2025 and December's cosmonic I don't even know. Is that a word? I'm not. I mean, I like astrology, but y'all know I only just dabble in it. That's not my strength. But the energies of the cosmos right now is deep injustice. And we're not even in Libra season. But it's like spirit's like, wrap it up. Come on, guys. 2026 is almost here. We got shit we got to do for 2026. You've got your assignment. You've got your assignment. Let's go. Let's go. Quick, quick, quick. Conversations. Cut this people out. Apologize. Move on. How does Virgo feel about the collective? How does Virgo feel about the collective with this Justice card? The Strength in the reverse, the Ten of Cups in the upright, the King of Wands, and then the Temperance in the reverse. It's literally everything I just said. Spirit's like, come on, come on, come on. You gotta fix this shit. We're moving on. We got shit we gotta do in 2026. Come on, let's go, Virgo. Come on, come on. How does Virgo feel about you, collective? You make them feel insecure about their footing. You trigger them. You trigger them a lot. And what triggers them about you is that you're imperfect. You're imperfect. And for a lot of their adulthood, they imagined a perfect life with the perfect partner that measured up to their needs and their demand in a partner. Guys, this isn't me saying this is Virgo saying this. And you're different and almost a little too different, yet they have this yearning to want to come towards you or to be around you, and that bothers the fuck out of them. Essentially, they had this vision for their future and you just didn't like fit the mold, but for whatever reason, your energy is still calling to them and it bothers them. Somebody said shout out, please. Heather. Not Heather, I'm sorry. Wendy. Can you get this bust person out of here? Read that person's name. It's some Bart Simpson type shit. Anyways, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for bullshit and shenanigans. All I have time for is my job, tapping into the energy. Okay, so thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it. Yeah, you trigger them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a Virgo. I don't have heavy Virgo placements, but I do know a lot of elevated and loving Virgos. It's just that sometimes like the counter and not so elevated side of Virgo is this perfectionist sort of thing. And I'm not trying to make it sound like, and nor are they trying to make it sound like they're uppity, but then in a way they kind of are uppity. And here's the cool thing about it, collective, is that you have the power in your perfect imperfection of energy to distort the hell out of Virgo's energy. So how about you stand in that? There's your silver lining. You are fucking with Virgo on so many levels, on so many extremes. You trigger them in so many different ways. But how do they feel? How do they feel about the collective, please? The Five of Wands in the reverse. Oh. They're collecting themselves. So for those of you guys that who have had a history of arguing and fighting with the Virgo, they're somehow or another learning, potentially and intentionally learning how to collect themselves. I don't think that they feel, I know that, and they don't, I know that they don't like having control over themselves. And so they're learning how to have control over themselves and still be able to work in your energy. This could be like an opposites attract sort of situation. They're not showing their emotions right now because, like I said, you trigger them. And I don't think that this particular Virgo is comfortable with sharing their emotions. What's the biggest lesson that Spirit is trying to teach Virgo right now? For their greatest and highest good, like what is the biggest energy they're working through, please, for Virgo? The Three of Swords. Great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself, the need to forgive yourself and others. This is a person that has a bruised ego collective, and they're collecting the pieces. No, I mean, no biggie, you got it. This is Virgo is really trying to figure themselves out. But man, what did you do to the Virgo? Got them all feeling like, it's almost like, yeah, I don't know. Virgo is I live in Texas, and I'm from Texas originally, and we have like here, since it's such a big state and it takes hours and hours, 12 hours from one side to another, and you're still not even all the way through Texas. And the cities in Texas have different personalities. I'm originally from San Antonio, which is basically kind of like this sort of Tex-Mex cowboy stuff. My family, I come from a family of ranchers with cows and cattle and stuff. But I live in Houston, and that is the most diverse city you'll ever see, and one of the biggest cities in America. And the food, everybody here is a foodie, and everybody here is like about blended culture. And then in Dallas, that's where all the bougie people are. And that's where the people, they all come from money or want to come from money or pretend like they have money. And that's where a lot of money and businesses like the Fortune 500 businesses are. So what am I getting at? Virgo is Dallas energy in this particular reading. And you are coming up collective as Waco energy. Waco is a military town, but it's a very small military town with an interesting past. And so it's almost like this Dallas Virgo energy is like, oh my God, why did I fall in love with Virgo? I mean, why did I fall in love with Waco? But they can't help themselves. They love themselves a Waco person. Hold on, somebody said not Waco. Hey, I had to try to figure out, the most extreme. I said, there's strength in Waco, but Waco's got, a past. But they don't hide from it. Waco's cleaning themselves up. I said, I'm from Oklahoma, so I know about Texas. Okay, so watch this. So Virgo is Texas. And collective, you're Oklahoma. And Texas is way better than Oklahoma. No, I'm just kidding. UT, baby. No Sooners over here. Boomer Sooner. No Sooners over here. All right, here we go. Who are we on? Libra. Okay, Libra. For everyone's greatest and highest good. Libra. For everyone's greatest and highest good. Libra. How does Libra feel about the collective if they were being completely honest with themselves? Ooh. And me, no walls up. Water sign. Okay. So, I mean, this could be confirmation that you're a water sign watching this about a Libra. But if anything, what I'm going to say is Libra has heavy, like deep emotions for whoever it is that's specifically watching the Libra reading. Deep emotions. It could be there could be something here that's a little bit of a secret. Could be a third party situation, or it could just be like a heavy, like it never really got off the ground, so there was no announcement of like, hey, we're together. Maybe it's this situation where Ten of Swords just flew out. Confirmation. I don't think that the Libra is necessarily talking to you, but I do feel like oh, what I was going to say is that it could be friends, and not necessarily friends with benefits, maybe friends with benefits, or maybe it's more unrequited where one friend wanted more out of the situation. Maybe they kept their feelings to themselves. If you're somebody dealing with a Libra and the Libra is your friend, and you know there could be a potential attraction there. There is an attraction there, and they're keeping it to themselves, and it is killing them softly. Libra, how does Libra feel about the collective? The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse, the Sun in the upright, and then the Six of Wands in the reverse. Well, they had a glimpse of heaven with you, and then it just went away. So you're saying there's a chance, right? Dumb and Dumber. I wouldn't date you in 100 years. So you're saying there's a chance. They had this glimpse that they thought something was going to happen, and then it just poof. I don't think it was really more of a poof. I think it was just it needed to be cut, be nixed for whatever reason. Now they feel a little bit lost in the energy. I do feel like this is somewhat raw, somewhat just, you know, I feel like raw. I mean, I was going to say new, but I feel like, you know, that's relative. You know, some people get over shit really quick and some people don't. So, yeah. And they've tried, I think, with this Hierophant in the reverse, it's talking about like new approaches. I do feel like the Libra, or you and the Libra, tried multiple times, or maybe this is a situation where like the connection multiple times tried to go somewhere, or y'all tried to connect, and it just always ended. A lot of overthinking here. And then, you know, somebody I think eventually just got bored because it wasn't going as fast as, or it wasn't advancing. And so it's just like, moving on. What is the biggest lesson that Libra is supposed to be going through right now in their life? What are they supposed to be working on? Assigned to them from the universe, God, and Spirit. The Ace of Pentacles, who they really should be investing their time in. Also their money. Libra needs to be concentrating on their money. Libra, I mean, whoever Libra is connecting to could have been a distraction, though a welcome distraction, but still like a distraction. You know, if this is like a coworker, some of you guys could have been like, this is getting very specific, but it's just the download that I'm getting. Y'all could be work spouses, like, you know, like best friends at work or work homies. And maybe somebody got written up for talking too much or you know, messing around with you too much on the job. Or they're just like, you know, I need to focus. Or maybe they got moved to a different section. And it's like, oh, I miss my best friend. It could be literally something like that. Oh, I thought we were going to work together on this assignment, on this thing, but no, I got assigned. I'm on night shift now. So I don't know. If it's a job related one, that's what I'm picking up. But other than that, Libra really wanted to be around you, and it just didn't work. And then also somebody got bored. Is there any future with Libra and the collective, please, Spirit? Is there any future with Libra and the collective? And if so, what might that look like? The Four of Cups in the reverse. It says positive outlook. there's an opportunity that's going to present itself. I don't know when. And it's going to make both of you guys excited. Like, I feel like whatever this attachment is like, even if it is like friends, and even if it is like lovers, it's like, I feel like there's no bad blood. There might be frustration, but I don't feel like there's any like major animosity between the two of you guys. And so even if space is given from spirit, or one of you guys, you know, purposely takes it, if you just so happen to run into the Libra again, it's going to be like, what up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, for those who are connected to a Scorpio. Sorry, I haven't been really active in the chat today, guys, but I do still appreciate y'all being here, as always. Thank you so much for coming and hitting that like button and going down to the chat and chatting amongst yourselves. It always feels weird when I'm here and I'm reading and I see no chat. And I'm like, hello? Is the mic on? Can y'all hear me? Scorpio. Those connected to a Scorpio, how does the Scorpio feel about the collective if they were being super, super honest with themselves, no walls up, and honest with me? Scorpio, gift. The King and I? The King and I. It's new. Those of you guys, oh shit, I don't know. Wait, how does this work? Energetically, somebody doesn't know the other person? Because then I just got getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Scorpio. Somebody might be connecting to a Scorpio, don't even know it. Interesting. Okay, so look at this, the Four of Cups. Didn't even know it. This is I feel like a gift. A Scorpio is about to be gifted to somebody from spirit. I mean, I don't know. Some of you guys could have recently connected to a Scorpio, and that was a gift. So some of you guys might already know, or rekindled something with a Scorpio. Some of y'all don't know who the Scorpio is, and some of y'all do, and the reconciliation hasn't happened yet. Some of you guys know this person, and the connection was a gift. Out of nowhere, you just started talking to this Scorpio. How does Scorpio feel about the collective, or how will they feel about the collective? Tell me about this story, please. The Emperor. Aries out there? Is Aries out there talking to a Scorpio? If not, you know, then they feel like you got your shit together. Sitting high and mighty. Temperance in the reverse. The Magician in the upright. The Six of Pentacles. Damn! What did I say about a gift? The Six of Pentacles. What is this Temperance in the reverse? Self-indulgence and extremes. Tell me about the Temperance in the reverse. The Tower. Shit, out of nowhere. Poof. Here's a Scorpio. Play with him. She said, child, the last Scorpio I fucked it or connected with got me pregnant. No thanks. Close them legs and wait for Sagittarius. Ugh. Tell spirit, no. Oh no, I'm good. I'm waiting for these to ripen. No. I'm good. I too got impregnated by a Scorpio. I got a 17-year-old to prove it. I just now thought of that. No, this is not my reading. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, So you're telling me about this. So how, just one more time, like how, how does the Scorpio, for those that are involved with the Scorpio right now, how does the Scorpio actually feel about the collective, please? Confused. I think you came out of nowhere. The connection came out of nowhere. The connection advanced out of nowhere. The sex came out of nowhere. What now? I feel like some of you guys are like, what now? Or the Scorpios, for some of you guys, is like, what now? Like, what do we do now? Who are we? What are we? Where are we going? What happened? Was last night a mistake? Do you feel like it was a mistake? Somebody was drunk and didn't even know what happened. Somebody. I didn't say everybody. Whirlwind is what I'm getting. What about for those in the collective that don't know who this Scorpio might potentially be coming towards them, how's the Scorpio going to feel about the collective when they do energetically and realistically meet up with the collective? Options, of course. Scorpio, 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 be a Scorpio. Do I like the collective better? I don't know. So this person is single. Regardless, the person is single, but they're going to be like, where do we go with this? In both energies, confused and options. Look, in both energies, they're pretty much the same. One's like, although I don't know who thinks about like that unless they're sleeping, right? Maybe, And then the other one's like, yeah, typical. Somebody said typical. Typical. Okay. Well, typical then, I guess. Shit. I'm a Scorpio rising, guys. Don't be attacking the Scorpios like that. Let's see. Sorry. What is the current lesson that Scorpio is having to navigate through that has been assigned to them from Spirit and the universe? It's the biggest thing that they're having to work through right now. Ego. The devil. The devil card. The devil card. Do I want to commit? What are we? What do you think we are? Where are we going with this? Can we still sleep together though? Let's say I didn't want to make this a monogamous thing. Would you be open to that? They're having to work through that. They're having to work through that. Negative based thoughts. They're having to work through that. Like, they can be really deep and really loving, super loving people. They can also be very loyal people, but they have to get to that point. And you might potentially be connecting to a Scorpio that's on the cusp of getting there. This idea of monogamy. What is that? Do I want to be tied down? Hey, you asked what Scorpio thinking. They're confused. Okay, moving on. They're confused. What are we? Yeah. But are we gonna go to sleep now, or are we going to the bedroom now? All right, Sagittarius. Let's do Sagittarius. Sagittarius, for those out there that are dealing with... Nope, wrong deck. Thank you. For those out there, nobody lying about Scorpio. For those out there who are dealing with a Sagittarius now. Happy birthday, Sag, if I have any Sages watching. Look at that. Sagittarius, it's happening. Sagittarius, if you've never been to my lives, you are a very popular sign, male or female. People seem to love you. All right, let's see. Sagittarius, for those dealing with a Sagittarius, how does the Sagittarius feel about the collective if they were being completely honest with me and themselves and no walls were up for their greatest and highest good? 2, 3. That? Okay. Interesting. Water sign. Oh. Sagittarius. Are you hiding feelings? Or are you hiding feelings connected to a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces? Sagittarius. You know what I'm getting? If I look at this, I'm getting a Willy Wonka, the original. Well, I guess the Johnny Depp version had this too. That, what was it? Wonkatania, whatever that boat ride when they go through the tunnel. Shawnee, what are you getting at? Chill. I'm getting a download. Let me talk. There's a tunnel that wow, look at this. I look at this and I say, there's a tunnel that Sagittarius is being led through, and then I got my picture of my English garden that I took when I was in England. I think that was at Alton Towers. But when Sagittarius thinks about you, it's complicated. There's like a lot of darkness in the energy. Like it's dark, like not like demonic, guys, but like it's dark, which is telling me like it's in the shadows, or it's in like a very small crevice of their heart that's like tucked way in the back. But there's still a lot of bright energy around it, which means it's not dead. It's still alive. And it's weird because it goes in and out of positive and negative energy. If we're going back to the reference I was giving you from the Willy Wonka movies, it's turbulent. Thank you for that sticker. It's turbulent. How does Sagittarius feel about the collective? Please tell me more about this energy. Oh, and then I get this moon on here. So as I'm, as today, we're still very heavy in that Gemini full moon energy. And Cancer. There's more to this water sign card. There's more to this than meets the eye. Can we just say that? Is that Transformers? I don't know if that's Bumblebee. I don't know if those are confirmations for anybody connected to the Sagittarius or on the Sagittarius's energy, but there's more that meets the eye with how Sagittarius feels about you. Can I get some more on that more, please, Spirit? Thank you. The Hangman, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Three of Cups in the reverse, and then the Ten of Swords. Well, they're sorting through the more that meets the eye. This is a relationship that's failed. They feel unlucky around you. They feel like the connection is unlucky. Look at this. This Hangman depiction. They're actually playing the game Hangman. And they had to go through a lot of letters before they figured it out. The E, the A, the A. The E, the A, the A. Vowels. What does that mean? They've had to go through a lot with you. They're releasing that energy. They feel betrayed. Betrayal comes up twice with the Three of Cups in the reverse and then the Ten of Swords in the upright. Tell me about this Hangman energy, please, for the collective. Ah, did y'all see that? I don't want to be accused of being the next best David Blaine. The Ten of Cups just came out on the Hangman. It just flew out. It flew out in the upright on the Hangman. You want to know this light that I'm seeing here, this bright energy that is still like within the Sagittarius's heart, is that they still have ideas about some potential. Not just some potential, guys. I'm tapping into their energy. So like, I feel like the Sagittarius wants me to be very careful with my words, and which is interesting, but I just felt triggered. What you talking about? Me be careful with my words, Sagittarius. You need to be careful with your words. But Sagittarius wants me to be very careful with my words because, like, this is something that they're figuring out, and now it's getting competitive. Like, they don't want me to figure it out before they say something. This is weird how this energy is coming out. Do I believe in Jesus? Literally look behind me. Get him, Wendy. No, don't get him. Get him. That's an innocent question. But I mean, yeah, there's like Jesus Christos is behind me right now. I'm a fan. I'm more than a fan. We're involved. Guys, what movie is that from? What movie is that from? What movie is that from? I'm more than a fan. We're involved. All right. Anyways, yeah, it's complicated. Shit. Y'all been through some shit. It's complicated. Y'all have been through some shit and it is complicated. What's the biggest thing? It's complicated. They don't even want me, honest. I'm going to be dead ass honest with you. Sagittarius doesn't want me to solve the puzzle before they solve the puzzle. Okay. What's the biggest thing that Sagittarius is going through right now? What's the biggest lesson that has been assigned to them from the universe and God, you know, for their greatest and highest good? What are they going through right now energetically? Sagittarius forever being competitive. Look, they get 2 cards. The 2 of Cups and the Page of Cups. How to tell you they love you. Somebody said, I wanted to hear Sagittarius T. I'm telling it to you, but I'm staying on the outside because they want to, what are the 2 biggest things that Sagittarius is going through right now? Learning how to tell people the truth about their emotions. Because Sag will tell you the truth 10 ways to Sunday about yourself. They'll tell you about what you didn't see in yourself. They'll tell you about your misstep. They'll tell you about where somebody was wrong. They'll tell unadulterated truth until it comes to the fact that they might want 10 of Cups with you. So what is that intentions like with the collective? 2 of Cups. A relationship that continues to grow closer. 2 of Cups. Page of Cups. Intuition, sensitivity, artistic and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Telepathic connection? I don't know. For some of you guys. Depending on how deep it is. And it's not just sexual. I know some of y'all are watching because you be having some good loving with these Sagittariuses. But I'm talking to the people who are watching the Sagittarius because they want more than just the good sexuals. Because there's no wands on the table. Not a 1. All cups. All cups. And the Hangman. And then water sign pops out. This is Lerv. Daggone Sag. I love it. I'm gonna get a t-shirt that says Daggone Sag. Does Sag have any intention on... Oh, y'all saw that. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that. Sagittarius, if you don't stop taking over my fucking reading, I have control over this reading. Don't be pulling cards for me, Sagittarius. The Empress just flew out in the upright. And then with the 10 of Cups, I think I want to marry you. I think I want to start something new. I think, how do you feel about kids? How do you feel about moving in together? How do you feel like buying land and property? Do we get like a 2-story house, or do we get like a 1-story villa with a guest house? Do we get a pool, kidney shaped or rectangular? Do we have a basketball court or a tennis court? Pickleball. They want to have all of these conversations. Again, not the person that's just sleeping with Sag. Y'all keep sleeping with the Sag. I get it. It's the ones that are a little bit beyond that. Sips drink. I love it. I love it. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. Get out of here, Sagittarius. You're not pulling cards for me no more. Stop. You're done. It's Capricorn's turn. Let's talk to your neighbor. Capricorn. Never a dull moment when we pull on that Archer energy, eh? Never a dull moment. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. How does a Capricorn feel about... You're very welcome. About the collective. How does a Capricorn feel about the collective? Let's see. Capricorn, for everyone's greatest and highest good. I want to tap into the honest energy of how Capricorn feels about the collective if they were being honest with themselves and me, no walls up. The fuck is that? Is there a trine? What does that mean, though, the trine in this thing? There's something coming together. There's something coming together. The end of 2025, the countdown. It's the final countdown. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It would have been so much better if I had started in the right key. Yeah, no, just kidding. There's something coming together for those of you guys who are connected to a Capricorn in some way, shape, or form. There's something afoot. There's something afoot. And it's going to change the direction of something. Capricorn. 8 of Cups. You guys, I said it's going to change the direction of something. And then the 8 of Cups is literally changing of direction. Literally going, literally going a different way. I feel like I'm psychic sometimes. I really do. I feel like I'm psychic. I feel like I be tapped in and connected. Oh my. The Hermit in the upright. The 7 of Swords in the reverse. The World card in the upright. At the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh. There's something about money. Thank you. There's something about money with you and this Capricorn. There's something about money. Maybe it's not like money on the table. Maybe the Capricorn is like good. Like, Capricorn is the person in the family that's like, what up, Capricorn? So, how's your portfolio looking today? I feel like in this particular dynamic, in this particular energy, I'm tapping on a Capricorn that's financially stable and could potentially be a sounding board for, the rest of the family when it comes to finances in some way, shape, or form. And then I'm also getting executor energy off of this. And they really do. They keep to themselves. The 7 of Swords is talking about some sort of confession. And then it's right next to the World card. Confessing what is ending. Spirit, confessing what is ending. The 5 of Swords. Abuse of what? The Moon in the reverse. What? Misinterpretation. Sorry. The Moon in the reverse is telling me that I misinterpreted the 5 of Swords. Ignoring the warning signs about what? The Ace of Cups. Like what? Now it's confusing. Okay, because what I originally got off the card, Spirit told me I was wrong, which I accept. Thank you for putting me in my place. I don't know if this is a romantic connection or not. And if it is, it's very far. Like, it's been a long time since you've even seen this person. If it's a romantic connection, what I'm getting is it's been a long time since you've even seen this connection. For some of you guys, this is a family member and it's the first storyline. So there's two storylines that I'm getting. So you could be dealing with multiple Capricorns in your life, collective. And Spirit's bringing forward two different stories. The Capricorn knows something about your family and hasn't told you yet, because I don't know if they've been giving the opportunity to tell you yet. It hasn't been the time. Maybe Spirit said, don't tell the collective yet. Soon enough, I'll give you an opportunity to make the phone call, to send the mail, to send the check. Even, because remember I said executor earlier, right? So there's some sort of connection that you will likely have in the very near future with this Capricorn where they're in charge of the money or the finances or something like that. That's this story. Boom. And that's pretty much done. And just, is like a trusting thing, Spirit? Like trust in them? Oh, no! Fuck. Does somebody want to guess what card just came out? Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know who this is for, but I do have a track record of seeing this happen in the future, and it's because I connect very heavy to Spirit. I'm not a medium, but I see Spirit and I feel Spirit. So sometimes Spirit presents themselves to me, and they've been doing it since I was a kid, like since I was a little kid. Essentially, I'm surrounded by ghosts all the time. I choose not to talk to them. I don't want to communicate with them, but I know they're here. What came out is the Death card, and I was talking about an inheritance and somebody potentially being the executor. So my condolences if I just predicted something for you guys, but trust that Capricorn's got your best interest at heart. Yet, as an adult, you should always be using your discernment, and you should always know or take the time when this energy eventually presents itself to you to make a plan of what you want to do next. Sorry. You can feel free to shoot me an email if this does actually happen. It's going to happen. It's not for everybody. Not for everybody. But there are people that this message is for, so. For those who are connected to a Capricorn, I'm still using this Death card romantically. The time of them lying to you about how they feel about you is soon to be up. How do they feel about the collective? Oh, the Sun card. Yeah. They love you. But I don't feel like, based on what the cards are telling me, that they profess that in a way that you've been able to receive it. Maybe they've been showing it in their own way, or have confessed it yet. But the time of them holding that to themselves and being absent from your life is soon to be over. All right, guys. Sorry, that got really heavy. I'm sorry that got really heavy. That's something I'm working on. For me, if I were to receive a message like that, my response would be like, oh, okay, all right, received, digest it, next, what else do you have to say? But I realize not everybody like works in that energy, so who's been saying little silly shit? Capricorn, what's the biggest thing that Capricorn is, yeah, but see, we're both Aries, and not everybody here is Aries and operates like that. So I'm working on trying to be like more like, I have empathy. I'm a fucking empath through and through. I have empathy, but when I go and present the empathy, it comes off like cold and matter of fact. Yeah, I got a lot of Sag in my chart, but it comes off like cold and matter of fact, and I'm working on warmth. I'm working on my bedside manner. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Capricorn, what is the biggest thing that Capricorn is working on? What's the biggest assignment that Spirit has given them, the universe, God has given them in their right now energy, please? 8 of Swords. The illusion of being trapped. Yeah, listen. The Capricorns got feelings for you. They've been hiding from their own feelings. You might have felt like they were giving you the cold shoulder. You might have felt blocked. You might have actually been blocked. You might have felt ignored. You might have actually been ignored, left on red with this Hermit. They've been trapped in their own inertia and in their own mind for far too long. And they're afraid to take action. So Spirit's like, come on, no. Look, you got to be the one that breaks away from that unserving energy, Capricorn. You've got to be the one that breaks away from that. You've got to be the unique unicorn that doesn't stay stuck. So they're learning how not to be stuck in their own mind anymore. It's not an ego thing. It's a trauma thing. Not making excuses. I'm just, trying to be a little therapeutic about it. All right, hold on. I'm going to need a break for a second because that Capricorn energy. We do still have Aquarius and Pisces, but give me a second, guys. Okay. Aquarius. No, why am I pulling that deck? Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, greatest and highest good. Aquarius, greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of the collective. Here, tapping into the energy of Aquarius. How does the Aquarius feel about the collective? Please, Spirit. How does Aquarius feel about the collective? If they're being completely honest with themselves and me. Too many cards, guys. Aquarius. There we go. Risk. Unsafe decision. Not thinking. Aquarius, I'm going to put you in time out, Aquarius. Every time I tap into Aquarius, my Lord. And my dog is trying to beat down the door to come into the studio right now, I think, to be with me and sit with me during this Aquarius reading. Risk. Unsafe decisions, not thinking. Let's see. It says partner to partner. Let me see. What are you talking about? Because, yeah. Well, yeah. Juggling partners. It flew. What did it say? The 10 of Wands in the reverse. Managing tasks. Aquarius. Are you tiptoeing in 2 different lakes right now? You have 2 different partners that you are dabbling with right now, Aquarius. I'm just telling you what the cards say. Aquarius. How does Aquarius feel about the collective? My dog is really trying to get in here, but I'm not going to go get her, guys. We're almost done. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Social climber. Also very chaotic and very jealous energy. the World card in the upright, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and then the Nine of Pentacles. No, you're not juggling between two energies anymore, Aquarius. You've selected one. You could have asked for a divorce. You could have asked for a separation. Or you could have just left, Dear John style. And you're like, yep, feel better here. For those of you guys connected to the Aquarius, proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. What's the biggest thing that Aquarius is learning right now? Oh, I forgot to write down Aquarius's timestamp. Dang it. What is the biggest thing that Aquarius is learning right now? What's the biggest thing that's been assigned to them? Learning how to say no. And learning how to operate in their duties as a partner, as a friend. I got all that off of the Ten of Wands that flew out earlier in the reverse. What's the biggest assignment that Aquarius is having to work through right now that was assigned by God, the universe, for Aquarius's greatest and highest good? The Nine of Pentacles. Spending quiet time by yourself. Spending quiet time by yourself. Look, 2 Nine of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, for the Aquarius that I just offended by saying you left one relationship and just went right back into another one, I apologize. For some of the Aquarius in the house, they left the relationship because it wasn't giving, and now they're having to learn how to be self-sufficient. For most of you guys dealing with the Aquarius, it's the first storyline. And even if, you know, it says spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. You know, you honestly could be dealing with an Aquarius at work, and, you know, there's no loyalty ever since the pandemic or 2020, people are like waking up to the fact, like, wait a minute, I'm spending all of my time, all of my youth, all of my vitality investing into some other man or woman's dream or some other company's dream, and I'm not taking any time for myself to go on vacation, or I'm not getting paid enough to even go on vacation. And so what a lot of people do is that they'll submit multiple resumes and start talking to hiring agents and recruiters, sometimes even from their own desk, to try to get another job. This very well could be that for those of you guys that are working for an Aquarius, have a work partner as an Aquarius, or have an employee that is significant enough for you to be watching a reading about that is an Aquarius. They're deuces. If they haven't already given their 2-week notice, some of them might not even give their 2-week notice. They might just ghost and just go along their merry way. So there's a couple of timelines. I mean, there's a couple of scenarios that will work for this Aquarius energy. For those that I said to take heed, take heed. All right. Good morning, Alaska. All right, Pisces. We're last on Pisces, last but not least. Moving on to Pisces. Pisces. All right, Pisces. For everyone's greatest and highest good. For everyone's greatest and highest good. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, on this live. I do appreciate your time and your energy. I love you all so, so much. We're going to do another live on Tuesday. We're going to keep going Tuesdays and Fridays until the kids get out of school for the for the winter break, and I'm not going to do any lives. I'm also not going to be doing any like, my calendar is going to be closed. So I'm not going to be doing any coaching. I will make an announcement the week before the kids get out of school, and I don't have a calendar in front of me, where I will do personal tarot readings. Just for 5 days, it'll be open. So if you've been wanting a personal tarot reading, I'll do that for 1 week, or 1 work week in December. Okay, guys, I'll let y'all know. So make sure that you are subscribed, and I'm very active on the community tab. I post a lot on the community tab almost every day, and also on my Instagram. So I'll make sure that I put the announcements out for private readings. I will be doing pre-recorded readings during that time that I'm out, so that I'm still tapped into the collective's energy, but we're not going to be going live. All right, Pisces. Pisces. For those that are connected to the Pisces, how does the Pisces feel about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good if they're being completely honest with themselves, family, and me? Family wanted to come out, guarded, and divine feminine. Family didn't come back out, but it did want to come out. There's like this, I keep hearing Bruno Mars, I think I want to marry you. But there's two energies. Pisces is stuck between two different energies. One that Pisces might have just blocked with this guarded card, or have finally, not just blocked, but have finally seen it for what it is. Spirit has really directed Pisces to some sort of mental clarity and awareness in the last recent future, or past, words, timelines, hard. In the recent past, Pisces, you've either blocked somebody or have made peace with that person no longer being in your life. And then the other person, you're showing up as a potential divine counterpart for. So for those, the question is in this particular reading, Tony, I don't answer questions. Read the description. It's the first thing in the description. For those of you Pisces, you're gonna have, hold on. Did I just went out and came back. We're good now though, right? All right. For those of you guys who are connecting to the Pisces, you've got to use your discernment. Are you the one that Pisces just disconnected from, or are you the one that Pisces is feeling like this is some deep ass shit. This is some divine connection shit. So now because Pisces is always extra, I'm going to have to pull cards for both of them. Okay. So for those who feel like Pisces has disconnected themselves from you, is being defensive, how does Pisces feel about that person, please, Spirit? The Knight of Swords in the upright, the Page of Wands, the Five of Cups in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords. Like really quickly, Pisces was like, nope, I'm done. Am I coming in clear? Thank you. Really quickly, just so you know, Pisces had made some sort of executive decision in their mind and in their heart, most likely led by Spirit, and they said, today I'm waking up and being brave, and if I even get one glimpse of unbalanced energy in this connection, you're out of here. And that's exactly what Pisces did. What's interesting about it is if this would have happened last year, if this would have happened at any other timeline, Pisces, they would have been so distraught. And that's not to say that the Pisces didn't cry about it for a second, listen to a sad song for a second, weren't in their feelings for a second, but you notice I keep saying for a second, right? Because this Queen of Wands is popping up here. And look, and this Page of Wands has like a huge smile on their face. And then also the Five of Cups is like, I'm not staying in this long. I got too many blessings that have been forecasted for my future for me to stay in this too long. You know what I just realized? You've been staying in the way of my blessings. No, I've been standing in the way of my blessings. I've let you stand in the way of my blessings. Guess I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Take that as it resonates. Take that shit as it resonates. Tell me about the Pisces feeling like this some deep shit. Pisces is being magnetized towards the deep shit because that's how Pisces is. Pisces wants that on another level, otherworldly type shit. And Pisces is showing up in their divine power. So tell me about how Pisces feels about this person that's allowing them to feel in their divine power. And it might not be purposeful. It just could be energy. How does Pisces feel about that person, please, Spirit? The Six of Cups in the reverse. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. The Star card in the upright. I can't show y'all the Star card because she's got her bubalitas out. It's funny because Pisces isn't saving themselves. I'm gonna have to find a different label for this. But Pisces knows Six of Cups in the reverse, Nine of Wands in the reverse, Star card in the upright, and then the Judgment in the reverse. Pisces knows that their divine counterpart is dealing with self-sabotage. Did you just... That was stupid. That was dumb. What somebody just commented. That was stupid as hell. Wendy, you was quick, girl. You was quick. It's almost like you knew somebody was about to say some bullshit. That's hilarious that somebody just commented that. I am not going to repeat it because I know that words carry magic. But my God, that was for somebody was like, I'm going to pull up my Audacity britches and type some shit. I am so secure with myself that I already know. Wendy is regulators. Mount up. Let's go. All right. Pisces. Or Pisces Crosswatcher. I'm talking to Pisces Crosswatcher right now. They see you, boo, and they know you're standing in the way. But they know eventually with the Star card in the upright, they know eventually you gonna catch the message. Eventually you're gonna catch the message. Patience, patience, high. That's love. Pisces is being so patient with you right now, Crosswatcher. So patient because they know patience is love. Ooh, it's hard. It's hard because there's menses and womenses out here that want to be with Pisces, but Pisces knows if they keep their eye on the prize will get the message. So what you going to do with that information, Crosswatcher, dealing with the Pisces? What are you going to do with that information that I just gave you? They know that it's you that needs to wake up to the divinity of this connection. They're just like, okay. But one thing I want to let you know, Crosswatcher, is that even though Pisces understands that there's love in the energy of patience, they already showed up as the Queen of Wands, which is telling me that Pisces looks good and is feeling good. And whenever somebody is out in the world looking good and feeling good, they attract. So it's only a matter of time before another person presents themselves to Pisces and is like, what up, Pisces? You look too damn good to be out here single. What I'm getting is a divine connection, and then Pisces having options, and Pisces choosing to have a heart space open for the divine connection. But Pisces is super intellectual in the spiritual world, so they understand that there's more than one soulmate out there available. And Pisces literally is the definition of fish in the sea. So Pisces knows there's other fish in the sea. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Crosswatcher? They know eventually you'll come around, but they don't know what their status is going to be when you do. Right now, available. Tomorrow, approached. Approached. Don't get mad, Crosswatcher. Don't get mad, Crosswatcher. Don't get mad. If you do decide to connect with your Pisces, and Pisces is like, damn, where were you 2 weeks ago? I just started talking to somebody. What's the biggest thing? What's the biggest lesson that Spirit has, universe has, and God has assigned to the Pisces community for their greatest and highest good? What's the biggest lesson that they're working through right now? The dreamer being a Pisces. Starting their new life, taking a leap of faith on their own, going whatever in the hell direction they want to go. Not having any sort of like specific plan, knowing that God laughs at our plans anyways, but having an idea and is communicating with God, the universe, and the divine. Like, hey, y'all know what I like and I want. Y'all know what I need too. So I'm here for the blessings. You lead my feet, lead my hands, lead my mind, lead my heart. I'm open to you. They're following their dreams. A lot of these Pisces out here are like literally investing a lot of time in their, 6-month plan, 1-year plan, 3-year plan, 5-year plan. Their success. And there's and hey, BT dub, it says at the bottom of this card, it says unexpected opportunities. And I just did a December reading for Pisces. They got a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of energies around the Pisces right now. A lot. And I'm not talking about all like lovers and stuff like. There's just a lot of people. Their phone is going to be going off. Their email is going to be going off. There's going to be an opportunity to go this direction, an opportunity to work with this person, an email here, like a class there, a master class here, a new book there that's going to lead them here. Pisces be doing what they're doing. Just so that you know. And scene. Oh, and as soon as I said that, my dog started crying. All right, guys. That's how they feel about you. I hope you appreciated today's reading. I do appreciate you so very much. Thank you for coming here. And thank you for sharing your loving energy with me. I love you all so very, very much. Pay attention to the channel because I post regularly other than going live, guys. Let me know. You can always note down in the comments if there is a particular energy that you want me to tap into. I'm not too keen on doing twin flame readings, guys. I'm not too keen on it. It always sounds the same. But let me know if there's a particular subject matter that you'd like me to tap into and do a collective reading on, and I will definitely consider it. For those of you guys who have been with me for a while, I consider doing a lot of stuff. As long as, my spirit guides say press with it, I'll press with it. But either way, I do appreciate seeing what it is that everybody's wanting readings on. If you want to work with me one-on-one, take a look at the description box below. I do offer coaching sessions, and at one point this month in December, I will do one-on-one tarot readings, okay? Yeah. Tam Tam's like, the twin flame readings go deep. Ugh. I got so many downloads about your twin flame reading days after that reading. I think I forgot to close a damn portal. Tamara, get that shit out of here, girl. I don't want it. All right, guys. I love you so much. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And remember to talk loving energy into yourself. You deserve love. Sending you love. Bye, everyone. See you guys soon.